Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and warm greetings to all of you. We have now reached the fourth topic of the Sea Turtle Conservation and Biology course. As some of you might know, each year millions of hatching turtles emerge from their nests all over the world. Sadly, only an estimated 1 in 1,000 to 10,000 will survive to adulthood. Sea turtles journey between land and sea and swim thousands of ocean miles during their long lifetimes, exposing them to countless threats. Nevertheless, the natural obstacles faced by young and adult sea turtles are staggering, but it is the increasing threats caused by humans that are driving them to extinction. We will discuss specifically about humans or anthropogenic threats in topic 5 later on. In this video, I will introduce to you the primary threats on sea turtles, including natural predators, climate change, especially on the temperature, effects on nesting ecology, severe weather events and sea level rise, and also the diseases. So let's begin with this topic. One of the natural threats to sea turtles is the predator itself. Firstly, as you can see from the diagram here, because of the changes in their body size, the risk that sea turtles face from predators drop considerably as they grow. In nature, sea turtles' eggs, hatchlings, and small juveniles experience considerable risk from predators. There are a variety of predators on the sea turtle nest, including insects, birds, native and introduced mammals, large lizards, and crocodiles. Predators such as monitor lizard, crabs, and fire ant raid eggs and hatchlings while they are still in the nest. Fire ants in particular are present on many sea turtles' nesting beaches and can kill sea turtle hatchling while they are emerging from eggs or just after their emergence from eggs while hatchlings are still below ground. The threat does not end when the egg is hatched. This is because once they emerge, hatchlings make bite-sized meals and must escape the clutches of predators. As they try to reach the waters, predators like foxes, monitor lizards, and birds hunting them. And even when they reach the ocean, predators such as fishes, sharks, crabs, and even squid await them. It appears that the majority of first-year mortality occurs within the first 2 hours in the oceans and crossing the reef crest. One study indicated that predation rates appeared to be higher on green turtle hatchlings departing a Malaysian beach. In the first 2 hours after reaching the oceans, an average of 46% of released hatchlings was taken by predators. In Eastern Australia, for example, fishes were reported to consume an average of around 30% of green turtle hatchling, followed from the beach to the reef crest. However, after reaching adulthood, sea turtles are relatively immune to predation except for occasional shark attack. The second natural threat to sea turtles is the climate change. Apart from predators, sea turtles were also vulnerable and affected by changes in environmental conditions such as temperature or climate change. Marine turtle will be affected to multiple climatic processes. However, we will only focus on the effects of increased air and sea turtle temperature, sea level rise, and storm activities. The first effect of climate change is the temperature effects on nesting beaches and nesting females. Marine turtles are vulnerable to changes in global temperature because they are seasonal breeding ectotherms with temperature-dependent sex determination. The timing and length of the breeding season varies considerably within and among species, and the season's length is determined by whether the beach is warm enough to incubate their eggs. Then, once eggs are laid in sandy beaches, embryo development, sex, and phenotype for each marine turtle species are highly influenced by the temperature of the sand surrounding their nests. Unusual warm temperatures caused by climate change are disrupting the normal ratios, resulting in fewer male hatchlings. Pivotal temperatures are generally between 27 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius, with successful embryo development is constrained between average incubation temperature of between 25 to 34 degrees Celsius. A slight transitional temperature of around 2 degrees Celsius can lead to productions of 100% male or 100% female. In addition to effects on sex determination, increased sand temperatures also influence embryology and shorten the incubation durations of eggs. Warmer nests typically incubate quicker, and hatchlings arising from nests with shorter incubation period have lower residual yolk mass, which consequently influence hatchling performance. Furthermore, although studies are limited, eggs incubated at the upper thermal, that is between 35 degrees Celsius, likely produce hatchlings with higher rates of scales and morphological abnormalities. The following effects of climate change is the severe weather events. One of the indirect effects of climate change is the alterations of weather events. Many of the world marine turtle populations are impacted by severe weather events such as tropical cyclones, hurricanes, tsunamis, and extreme flooding of coastal rivers. To further understand the process of climate change and weather conditions, you can refer on the additional references or the YouTube link as given. Due to severe weather conditions, key habitats for marine turtles such as sandy beaches, seagrass meadows, coral reef, subtidal and deep water benthic communities, and the pelagic zone are projected to alter as the climate changes. This is because severe weather and associated heavy rainfall, coastal flooding, storm surge, and increased wave action have each been implicated in the destructions of coastal intertidal and subtidal habitats such as seagrass. Such conditions can impact on foraging marine turtles that rely on these habitats. Apart from that, cyclone events has been reported to be associated with decreased annual hatchling production, cause slight differences in the timing of breeding season, or alter locations of nesting site for different species. The other effects of climate change is the sea level rise. This is due to the fact that marine turtles will be exposed to changes in sea level through nesting beaches availability or stability, especially for sites in low-lying non-vegetated islands, mangrove communities, or between the tidal zone and coastal development. Global sea level rise has been consistent with the warming of the climate. An average sea level have risen 1.8 mm per year from 1961 to 3.1 mm per year since 1993. Even though it is a slow-moving event, sea level rise can increase exposure of clutches to saltwater inundation, overtopping of beaches by storm surges or wave energy, and beach erosion that will eventually affect the sea turtle population. On top of that, questions on how some marine turtle species function within the marine ecosystem is still poorly understood, and global warming could potentially have extensive impact on all aspects of a turtle's life, as well as impact the abundance and distributions of prey items. Another natural threat to sea turtles are diseases. Disease, specifically fibropapillomatosis, is a common cutaneous, apparently infectious condition in all species of sea turtle. Fibropapillomatosis is characterized by tumorous growth, which can range in size from very small to extremely large and are found both internally and externally. Large tumors can interfere with feeding and essential behaviors, and tumor on the eyes can cause permanent blindness. Fibropapillomatosis was first described in green turtles in Florida Keys in the 1930s. Since then, it has been recorded in many green turtle populations around the world. Fibropapillomatosis can be seen as a smooth, flat or nodular masses ranging in size from less than 1 to 30 cm diameter, occur on soft tissues including the oral, ocular, orbital adnexia, neck, limbs, and tail, as well as the sutures of the plastrons and carapace. Apart from fibropapillomatosis, parasite infection has been proposed as a significant cause of clinical disease and mortality in sea turtles, but the association between parasitism and stranding or mortality is not straightforward, rather a part of multifactorial disease processes. Two predominant parasite groups have been associated with sea turtle diseases, namely Spirochaedae, which is a digenetic trematode parasite, and Cryospora chelonia, a coccidian of Apicomplexa group. Under certain circumstances, high death rates in sea turtles has been associated with both parasites. In particular, spirochete trematode affect the cardiovascular system as a heart flu. Their infection has been proposed as a significant cause of clinical disease and mortality in turtles in some regions. Eggs and the lesion they've caused are found in all organs, most significantly affecting the cardiovascular, gastrointestinal, lymphatic, and central nervous system. Now you have learned the natural threats to sea turtles that could bring harm to them right from the beginning, such as in the egg form until they become adult. Natural threats also doesn't always come in the form of other living animals, but also from the events of Mother Nature. These natural threats, however, are not the only reason sea turtle populations have plummeted toward extinction. To understand what really threatens sea turtle survival, we must look at the actions of humans, because the most dangerous predators of all is us, the Homo sapiens. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next topic. Goodbye.